Hi, folks. This is my man coming to you from parts unknown. But anyway, I'm doing a live stream, and I'm gonna see who jumps on here. We got a big night tonight. Uh, we got East Coast polls are closing, and the West Coast will be closing. And we've had video put up by Mr. T for the people in Arizona to stay in line. And in my description, I've got the words "got paper." So I'm in a different position, and I get some people in the chat so I can see what kind of transmission they're getting, because I can change my situation if I need to. Hi, Aaron. How you doing? Wild West. Stacy. Okay, showing up. How is my stream smooth? Because I'm located in a different spot, and I'm wondering how the stream is doing. Because as I said, I can pack up my hush puppies and go to another spot if you don't mind me huffing and puffing while I go. Hi, Mary. Hi, Quilt. Hi, Melinda. So did you hear Jack Posobiec? And I'll mention it again once more people get in the chats. Jack Posobiec posted about an hour ago that Nancy Pelosi fled to Egypt. Now, I don't know. Thank you all. 5 by 5 sounds great. I don't feel like getting up anyway, but I am going to have to let the cat in. How you doing, Mike? Mac, I'm sorry. Where did I get Mike from? I haven't even had a drink. But anyway, I don't drink in live stream. That's just as bad as driving. How you doing, Debbie? So, but anyway, I'm just wondering if you all heard that, other than from Jack Posobiec. He's doing a live stream, and he posted on Truth Social that Nancy, hi, Nikki. Nancy went to, I've got to learn to quit being fidgety. Sometimes y'all hear noises in the background, wonder what's going on. It's me. I never could sit still. I was around before Ritalin came around. I was just a bounce off the wall kid, and that's the way I am. So anyway, and I'm far from a kid now. But so I guess you all heard about the episodes in Arizona, which has gotten the attention of the 45th president of the United States, and also his son Donald Trump Jr. had posted. Donald Trump actually made a short video. Stay in the line. They got to let you vote. I know you don't want to stay that long, but they're trying to wait you out, drag it out. So I'm just wondering if you all can keep an eye. And I know Nikki's got her computer there, and she can keep an eye on stuff. But and Jack Posobiec, he puts up some good stuff. But this is a time when people get, a little too rambunctious, and I'm just repeating the fact that I heard that Nancy Pelosi went to Egypt, because if I don't tell you, you're going to hear it somewhere else, and you're going to think I don't know, I'm not keeping up with things. So we'll see how accurate a report that is, because my personal feelings are, I don't think Egypt would want her. Okay? I think she would have to go somewhere like New Zealand, which is where Ruth Bader Ginsburg was saying she wanted to abscond to if Trump won, and stuff like that. Can you imagine the Egyptian government, or any government of Muslim or with a large Muslim population, having something like Nancy Pelosi living in their country? Okay, I think it's the last place she'd go. But that is what was put out. Now, hi, follow. Yes, as was predicted, this is getting nuts. I was going to go over some stuff that I didn't get a chance to get to in past live streams. But think about how many times Trump said How you doing, Bubba? Wild West. How many times Trump said, "I don't think we'll ever have a fair election again," and I think the end of that sentence was a dot dot dot, and after the dot dot dot, that means under our current arrangement. Not that our nation will ever have a fair election again. We won't have a fair election the way things are, in other words. But he has said that a number of times. So that shows us that he has an awareness that there was going to be problems. And let me adjust this device here, see if my sound gets a little better. I don't want to muffle myself. But anyway, but he has said on a number of occasions, I don't think we can have another fair election. Potato is headed out Thursday to the Middle East. That's what Mary has said. But Jack Posobiec on Truth Social, when I read the post, it was 40 minutes old, and that's been, probably 20 minutes ago, so about an hour and 10 minutes ago. He said Nancy was fleeing Egypt. But then the other flaw, other than my thoughts that Egypt wouldn't want her, the other flaw in that thought is that if Nancy loses the House, as I talked about before, they're still in power. I think Congress changes hands January 3rd. The president, the 20th. I'm not sure on that. It's not the same day, I believe. So, in other words, why would she run off now if she still had power in the House until they changed hands? Unless, like Melinda says, I can't put that up, Melinda, I hope you understand, but she's talking about bracelets. Ha ha. So, anyway, well, we knew that was coming, Wild West. We knew that was coming, but I would just put a star in front of some of those letters instead of spelling the whole word out. Eating, to protect me. Let's see. Philo, did you go? You didn't go? You didn't go? My word. Mr. T said to swamp him. Hi, Ann. Playing the traffic. Okay, playing the traffic, you say. I'm just looking through some of these chats. Oh, yeah. Melinda says if her husband was well, she should be with her husband, is what Melinda's saying. The poor man's been through so much. Yes, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But anyway, so that is now, but if what Jack Posobiec is saying is true, because he's not a live wire, he's not going to put out too crazy stuff, too much of a crazy statement. Now, if you can go on Truth Social, if you have that capability, and check his account and see if he's given any updates on Truth Social, because there's no reason for her to run to Egypt. One, they don't want her. Two, she still has power until there's a transfer of power. And so that leaves, did she get a heads up that some actions were being taken as a result of the actions that are being taken in the different states that's going to enact certain operations? Okay? Where she just doesn't want to be involved in that. Polls are closing now in Ohio. Like I say, what's round on both ends and high in the middle? Ohio. Nikki voted. Ha ha, good, good. Great turnout, Nikki says. I'm going to put it up here on the screen. Oh, Philo, you did. Good for you, buddy. I'm going to put that up there for history. There you go. Did you go at the last minute? Is that why you were one of the last to vote at your precinct? Hey, here's a good bit of advice I'm gonna put on the screen. Hit the thumbs up. I forgot to. Don't forget, for crying out loud. So anyway, that is part of the big news, and I've not seen any chats that people are hearing that in other news sources. I'm not seeing that. Hi, Georgia. Um, but Melinda says she is running scared. Did you hear any news, Melinda? I heard earlier about a half an hour, maybe 20 minutes. Well, Philo, I'm so glad that you did, buddy, because uh, Mr. T said swamp them. That's the orders. That was our orders. Banner if I have one. Melinda, I'm just figuring out this here setup. And here you go. I'll put this up too. Your neighbor gave you hell to you to you all day. Well, I'll tell you, neighbor, shake your neighbor's hand for me and slap him on the back. Not too hard because sometimes people don't like that, but you give him a pat on the back and say, Mountain Man said, thank you very much. Like Elvis. You don't have to do it like Elvis, but you can if you want to. You swing your hips a little, say thank you very much. Uh, you love how YouTube has a banner up about EZO MM2. I don't know. I can't see. All I see is my orange skull head pulsating there. Hi, Karen. Ha ha. Ann Hummer. Ann says red wave. They're calling it an orange wave now. That's the thing they're calling it. But anyway, I was saying before I distracted myself that Charlie Kirk had reported about 20 minutes before I saw that that report from Jack Posobiec about Nancy. About 20 minutes before that, someone said that Charlie Kirk had stated that there were some, I'll say, apprehensions or detentions or being reported in certain areas. Okay, and um, at the same time, CNN was reporting all the glitches and delays. But don't worry, you fill out the paper. They had a lady on screen saying, we've got everything taken care of. You fill everything out and give it to us. And don't you worry, everything's going to be counted. Can I drop? Well, I certainly, let me look in here, Nikki, because I want to talk to you. Okay. Let's see. Let me find it. Let me find it, Nikki. I saw something there where I could do that. Okay, here it says guess. Play a sound and guess. No banned guess. I haven't banned anybody. I guess that's a good sign, right? Let me see if I can pull a guest up here, honey. Oh, okay. I see it. Wait a minute. Guess. Invite guests. Okay. Let me see. I've copied the link, and then I'll see if I can put it in the chats. Nikki, I'm learning now. Okay, you be proud of me. I'm learning. Let's see, Nikki B. I'm trying to see if I can. I'm working on. If y'all bear with me. I'm gonna turn my phone this way. Let me try it that way. Let me see if I can. Oh, okay, I see it. There it goes. Nikki, I put it in there right now. I put it in there, honey. You see it? And then, I guess I can figure it out. I'm not too stupid, just a little stupid. There it is. That link's for Nikki. Annette Sierra, you're backstage. Okay, let me see what to do next. Are you decent? Okay, I'm getting ready to open the door. Is your name already up there? Yeah, there it is. You're authenticated with YouTube.
There you go. You did it.
Ah.
Hi.
Hey, I told you I wasn't totally stupid. My phone this way. Let me try it that way. I didn't know how to get a hold of anybody. I tried to get a hold of Red, say, hey, you want to go live with me? But I see it. There it goes.
Do you have your YouTube open too?
Me? Right now.
I think you have your YouTube open.
No.
I hear it. I'm already up here with you.
I know. I see you flashing up there. I'm not too stupid, just a little stupid. That ain't you playing it. I don't have my YouTube open, honey. That link's for Nikki. And that's here. You're backstage. Okay, let me see what to do next.
You have to put.
Decent? Okay, I'm getting ready to open the door. That's not me talking. I don't know who that is. Is your name already up there? Yeah, there it is. You're authenticated with YouTube.
There you go. You did it.
Ah.
Hi.
Hey, I told you I wasn't totally stupid. I see your pulsing when it goes off, so you got a speaker on or something, Nikki. Go live with me. But I see it. There it goes.
Do you have your YouTube open too?
Me? Right now.
I think you have your YouTube open.
No.
I hear it. I'm already up here with you.
Nikki, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, every time when I talk and you talk on that replay, I see your picture pulse.
It was me. It was me.
Oh.
It was me the whole time. It was me. I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for coming on, Nikki. I got to listen to myself. I have to do the before I let you in, before I open the door in the studio.
What a rookie mistake I just made.
Ha! And yet she said she did her civic duty. Didn't take long. Decisions on hard. Red wave. I'm gonna put that up there. How about? See, I can do all kinds of stuff.
Wow, you're doing great with the StreamYard.
Yeah, I just got to get my device where it can handle that other one I do, because I can do all kinds of stuff with that other one if things are going smooth. And while we were getting set up, I'm trying to keep up with the chats. I get well. I guess now what I should take that one down. But anyway, so did you hear about Nancy supposedly going to Egypt?
No, just from you just now. That's crazy. What is she doing in Egypt?
I gotta take that down. But yeah, I heard that from Jack Posobiec on True Social, and I know sometimes you've got a computer going with different sites on there where you can check things out. And have you all ever heard of I tongue in cheek call him my favorite hippie. That young boy they call Sticks Hex and Hammer 666. Do you ever watch that long hair?
No.
Well, anyway, that's what I call him. Get out of the car, long hair. But anyway, he's got a show. He's kind of like Tim Pool. He doesn't know me. None of them know me, but I have watched him over time. Yeah, Z-Man. I was going to talk about that, but I've watched him over time go from one of these cappuccino liberals in his thinking to starting to make a heck of a lot of sense here in the last number of years. And he was doing a live stream where he's going to do an analysis after we finish this live stream. Y'all might want to check him out. He's got his head on right, and it's very early. We still got California, the West Coast, and everything like that. Like Philo said, Ohio just closed their polls, so we got a little bit of time.
How come Ohio closed so early? Oh, I guess it's almost 8:00 here. We close at 8 in Michigan.
Yeah. So, you look at all the races that are going to be Mountain Time, Central Time, Pacific Time.
So I'm hearing, though, Mountain Man, that Stacey Abrams is ahead of Kemp. And I'm also hearing that Marco Rubio is losing.
Oh, did you? I wouldn't. Who'd you hear that from? The Young Turks?
It's on the news.
It's on the news. Well,
on the TV.
We're the news.
We are the news.
Right. So it's not on the news. It's on the FAKE news.
Right.
Ha ha.
Well, they're going to throw everything at us. So just.
Hey, all assets deployed.
Yeah.
I can remember when people got frustrated when there would be an election going on and some state would announce that they were keeping their polls open longer for an extra hour or hour or two. And everybody's like, oh, they're doing that to cheat and all this stuff. And now it's like, oh, the machines are broken. We run out of paper. Let's close down the poll and say they want to close early. So it's weird how that works. They test out different ways where we're most vulnerable. And Wild West says 3 minutes close. Polls close in Maine. Now I've heard that New Hampshire was going to be kind of a bellwether as far as how this wave is going. But if there's people trying to build a dam or some kind of break in the surf to mess up the red wave, it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work, and it's going to be very obvious.
This is
Let's do a lawsuit in Arizona allowing more hours for voting because of shenanigans with the rise of the machines. So,
they were saying that one state ran out of paper ballots.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, and I was watching Salty said we've had paper since before civilization, and you don't have something as simple as paper, and with the.
My question is, don't you know how many people are on your voter rolls?
Of course they know, and they know who's not on the voter rolls.
kind of like we were saying earlier, Mountain Man. It's kind of like inviting kids to a birthday party, knowing you have, 20 kids coming to the party and only buying 10 cupcakes. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yep. Well, they got the cupcakes. It's just who's eating them, and
Right.
we can't see who's eating them. But I was going to pull up now. See, I want to turn on a different device just to reference some stuff I want to talk about. But if my stream breaks up when I open the device, please let me know so I can cut it off. But I was going to go to the 17th letter, that post.
Oh.
And I got to be careful. We all got to be careful.
We showed it today on my channel.
You did? You went over it?
Pardon?
You went over it?
Yeah, we showed it. I mean, I pulled it right up on screen.
Oh, you're playing with fire.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Are you? Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot so I can not have the device running, which might mess me up. And then, but there's a part in there that I don't know whether or not you covered it or not. There, I cut it off. Now I have a screenshot. This shouldn't disturb my stream. And it has the standard questions. Why do some elections take more than a day to count? We know where that is. Can shenanigans happen after the polls are closed? Of course. Who controls poll books? Now, it depends on what area they're in, but if it's the DS, it's in the places that are having the problems. Every place that is having a problem will be controlled by the DS. Okay? Who controls the elections? Okay, I'm not going to answer that. Why are extra ballots printed? Now they're saying they ran out of paper. If someone doesn't vote, can bad actors hijack? Of course they can. How? Well, like Mr. T said, there were thousands of people showing up in Arizona that were told Pennsylvania. They were told they already voted. They said, what the hell are you talking about? I just got here. And he said, protest, that kind of stuff. And why did the National Guard activate cyber security teams? We know the answer to that. Who gave the order to activate cyber security teams? Why? To claim the midterms are safe. Safe from what? Now, it says at the end, this is what I wanted to get to, because I know you already went over it. A lot of people in chats probably went over too, but this is the point I want to focus on. White hats have secured many systems, but problems still remain. And what do you think that means? That there are some things that are not secured. And what does that mean? That means the actual physical dumping. How do you secure that? Especially when they put tarps around the B boxes, the D boxes, as in drop. Also, how do you control when they deliver a D box? It's already full. It's already full, stuffed. How do you control that? So that's the weak points there that post is letting us know, is that they can't control the physical act of adding paper. They're probably out of paper because what they had for their voters, they already filled out. And now they own everything for the people that are showing up. Does that make sense?
Nope.
No. Does that answer make sense? The reason they ran out of paper.
Yes. Absolutely.
They already filled them out.
Yep.
And then the people that want to fill them out show up and we're out of paper because there's a finite number, right, of ballots, right?
Yeah.
They're controlled by the oh gosh, help me out. Fowler would know maybe. Who issues the ballots? Who writes the standards for how they're to be printed? What type of paper they're to be on? The parameters for the printing process. It's all codified for it to be official. So, and there's only a finite number of them, and they're supposed to keep track of how many they give out to each place. And so if they pre-fill them or somebody pre-fills them or loses them or steals them, somebody shows up to vote, they're out. They say they're out. So that is one of the things they're saying that they haven't secured.
Philo's saying the DOD.
Yes, they made it a national security priority, election security, years ago. And so then they standardized the ballots. That's when all the talk was going out about there being secret watermarks or non-radioactive traceable isotopes, and some stuff may be true and may not be true, but the official BALLOTS may have already been filled out, and here comes people wanting to do their civic duty. And who was reporting that they were handing out the type of paper you used to go to school with, that you put in a 3-ring binder with the blue lines on it, just school paper. So that's been reported. They're handing out ballots printed on blue-lined writing paper you used to use in English class. No, of course, Debbie, I'm going to put that up there. Of course, they're on top of this. That's why I'm not worried. I wanted to talk about when you all, I didn't get to watch all of your stream today with Z-Man, but, and I joke around, I say I have a French accent. Robert is Z-Man.
Z-Man.
So you can tell him that. You tell him it's your French accent. You're the man, Robert.
Okay.
So anyway,
did you see what Philo said?
Where's that at? Let me see.
He said, "What's in the air tonight? Military planes."
Oh yeah, because it's
look,
like
you got bots coming in, and I can't block them.
Who?
There's sex bots coming in.
I think I can do it. Wait a second. Oh, it's
Girl S69 XYZ private dating chat.
They're gone. Ha ha. Yeah, thank you, Nikki. Once you spot it, I can knock them out of there real quick.
Okay.
But anyway, I was discussing the prior live stream last night you had, and I have to say, I really hope that people don't get themselves distressed. I mean, it is worrisome. It is a problem, and the thing is that we've got people on our side. We've got good people. We got a job to do. You did it. You went out and voted. Everybody went out and voted. And that's our job. And we've got to know that there are people who are doing their jobs. And they're going to live up to their OATH and not to feel, a lot of people, I had a feeling from everybody's tone of voice, comments and behaviors, that they were really almost nauseous with worry. And yes, it's worrisome, but we have to look at this like the people that we've entrusted to fix this, and that means the military and certain members of law enforcement. You got to, they're like a team in a locker room at halftime, getting pumped up and ready, and they're going to do their job, and they won't fail. I believe that, and
we all got to believe it. Put that out in the universe.
Yeah, you just imagine a team of 100,000, pumped up players that are ready to go out in that field and knock them flat, and that's exactly what it's like when those doors open up from the locker room out to the field, and this is the time. This election is the doors opening up at halftime, and here comes the team, and that's the way I look at it. And rah, 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 sis, boom, bah, we're going to get their backsides.
Bobcat said he wore a Q shirt when he went in to vote. The people at the poll, or the woman working at the poll said, I trust the plan. So that was positive.
Oh, good.
That's cool.
That's very cool. Thank you, Wild West. I see where you blocked those creepy people.
Well, when Wild West blocks him without a wrench, all he's doing is blocking him so Wild West can't see him. He's not blocking him from the stream. You did it, Mountain Man. You blocked him.
Okay. And it's good to block them yourself anyway, because you want that stuff showing up. But anyway, that's the way I look at it, and that's why I would consider people. Because one of the things, it's not to make light of it, but what has been repeated in the posts over and over again, shall we play a game? And one of the last posts said, shall we play a game once more? That was just before the girl went up and testified and said Trump tried to grab the steering wheel, and then the post was, how do you insert a plant? And that was pretty much the 17th letter rubbing it in the J6's face, saying, we set you guys up to look ridiculous. And so anyway, they're saying it's a game, and that's the way I look at it. This is halftime. The doors are busting open, and our team's coming out on the field, and Katie barred the door. Every day they're getting evidence. Every day they're finding out, like I said, making a list, checking it twice. And they're doing it in a lot of different departments, a lot of different agencies, a lot of different local governments, state governments. I mean, this is going to be house cleaning like no one's ever seen. And that's what's going on. I firmly believe it. And I wanted to so much after our time in the chat last night to tell people in the chats not to be nauseous, not to be scared, not to be worried. Stand firm in the right.
Yes, I agree.
That's where we're at. When I see Trump getting worried, I'll get worried. And that's when he got on, like tonight, and he told the people via video on Truth Social and wherever else people will post it, don't get out of line. Stay in line. So I don't know when those polls are going to close.
Well, they closed here already 13 minutes ago.
Arizona, what's their time zone?
Arizona, I believe they are, 2 or 3 hours behind us?
Well, I tell you, you saw the post I did. You were on the live stream I did where it said November 15th, 5D chess. That was the last live stream I did. Are you there, Nikki?
I'm sorry, Mountain Man. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, honey. Well, anyway, folks, I want to tell you all a little story. Let me. This is why I like listening to you. Thank you, Debbie. I like having you come aboard and listen to me. Let's see. And if I make noise and stuff in the background, it's just me fiddling around. trying to set this device where my mic won't be blocked or get nervous. I take some, I tap it on the table sometimes like this, and I don't even know I'm doing it half the time. Yeah, we're making a trap Wild West, and that says 5D chess. Hi, John. How you doing? Not playing. Huh? Okay, honey, come on back. We're waiting for you. Why is Newt Gingrich campaigning for Kevin McCarthy? McCarthy is a rhino. Karen, we'll talk about that sometime. We'll see. What I care about is who DJT's campaigning for.
Yep.
And he put up on Truth Social a screenshot of everybody he's supporting. Now, I got a screwball. What I was talking about is on that, my videos go straight to RUMBLE. And that one that we did last night where you joined me said November 15th, 5D chess. I got a crazy comment from somebody, and I see here that while I've been talking, he's responded again. But it is so YouTube Studio. Oh, okay. I got Aaron that says, "Are you ready to rumble?" But this character calls himself Real Patriot 1976. He gave me this lengthy comment. The video didn't get posted till today, and it wasn't up for, I don't know, an hour. And this guy came in the post, and I took a screenshot of it. But if you all can get on RUMBLE, and I'm putting all my videos from this and the other channel, they all go on one channel on the other site. So if either channel I post on here on this site, YT, they all go on one channel on RUMBLE. So if people go on there and give me some thumbs up when I get these little comment back and forth with some of these crazy people, I want to show you how concerned this guy must have clicked on it, because that date of November 15th have got the TDS people worried. And let's see, let me check the chats real quick before I go reading this crazy person's post. I said something about this image I'm using, which is a Punisher symbol. He starts off saying, "That's a Disney symbol. Thank you for your support." And then I guess he thought for a little bit. Mark B in Arizona, if you got to ask, you don't know. We close in 45 minutes in Arizona, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, right there. I put it on the screen. But anyway, I'm seeing what's going on in the chats. Anyway,
True Social, Mountain Man.
I'm sorry.
Just seen on True Social, it says Rumble is seeing an intermediate downtime for a small percentage of users. Unpredicted amount of traffic on our sites.
Oh, it's packed. I mean, hey, look how many times, like I told everybody to go to the NPC show to watch the rally. After I went, I watched the last two rallies on the NPC show on YT. I went there last night after I told everybody else to go, and they took the rally part down. Yeah. So he got away with two rallies, and then they caught up with him. But so they're all going to RUMBLE. But anyway, this guy, I didn't respond to him at first about his comment about my Punisher symbol. But so he went about, I don't know, half an hour. And this is what he posts. Was Trump playing 5D chess when he lost the popular vote twice? That's in capital letters. Was he playing 5D chess when he got impeached by the House twice? In capital letters. Was he playing 5D chess when he lost to Sleepy Joe? LOL. Was he playing 5D chess when he was messing with a porn star? Was he playing 5D chess when he was cheating with a playmate? Was he playing 5D chess when we lost 3 million jobs over the 4 years of his failed presidency? Was he playing 5D chess when he shared how he doesn't like POWs? Was he playing 5D chess when he locked babies, children, and toddlers away in cages for retribution for their parents seeking asylum? Was he playing 5D chess when he used the Bible as a prop? Was he playing 5D chess inviting the Taliban to Camp David? That megalomaniac, grifting, lying, manipulative, racist, xenophobic, fat orange piece of you-know-what couldn't play checkers. So who in the world is going to come on my little bitty channel on Rumble and puke all that kind of psycho stuff out? Because we know, the big kids in cages and all this stuff was all lies and exaggerated crap. He's got one legitimate thing, but it's all memorized in his cranium. And there's a certain percentage of people like that. But and when I post on my other channel, I'll put a screenshot of this up, and I answered him. I said, what a great post. A non-bot view of actual TDS psycho in the wild. Screenshot for posterity, and I put a little winky face. You couldn't shine Trump's shoes. Go get your 4th booster and go back to sleep. But I mean, this thing is as long as my phone, that comment. He must have really taken a lot of time to put that kind of garbage together. But what attracted him to the video was the November 15th date. That's got them all on pins and needles.
These people regurgitate the same stuff over and over.
Oh, sure. It's drilled in their heads.
Yep.
And, if you ask them, why do you hate Trump? They repeat stuff that we know. One thing he didn't put in, when I was reading this, I said, I'm going to get to the Charlottesville. But he didn't put that in there. So apparently that has been, because if he thought any kind of credibility, he'd have put that in that long diatribe. But anyway, so that's what we're dealing with, and that's a dwindling number of people. Dwindling number that's taking things that bad. Now, Kari Lake said, and they had a video up of her where she and her entourage went to a decontrolled polling station. And there were no problems.
That's awesome.
And, well, the problems and what Kari was there talking about was that how come in a decontrolled area with a big depopulation, you don't have problems, but in every Republican area that's strong Republican, you got problems. Well, that's not awesome. I mean, that shows you they're having problems in areas where they know the vote is going to be big for Republican. The machine doesn't work yet. To fill it out, put it in the box, and we'll count it later, okay?
Well, I heard that there was a judge that stepped in for, I think it was Philadelphia, giving them 2 extra hours because the machines were down.
Well, and the RNC asked for that, and then they got it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, has anybody heard any updates on Marco Rubio?
Somebody just put it in chat not too long ago that he's winning.
That's what I thought. Florida, I think I was going to say before we even discussed Rubio, I was going to start my chat out by saying Florida is a lock. It's a lock. Why? DeSantis put out that task force. And You hadn't seen it on CNN and all these other things, but I'm guarantee you the local news there in Florida has been putting up the arrests. The local news has been putting up 200 people here and 100 over there that this task force has gotten a hold of. And he didn't disband the task force; they're operating, and they're looking for more. So I guarantee you, it's a losing game in Florida. So that's a lock, unless they want to spend 5 years and enjoy it. Go for it.
Oh, I was supposed to go live. I don't know.
Well, I if I could have got a hold of Red, or I was going to message you, but we don't have any way to DM. I was going to put in my live stream, Mount Mantu with Red or Mount Mantu and Nikki V, but I just went ahead and did what I did. Is that where you saw this live stream?
I just seen you were live.
Oh, I put up early.
I just went live too.
I put up an early community post.
Oh, did you? I didn't see it. I was out voting. I had to wait in line for a good 45 minutes to vote. So I just got back home.
Yeah, psychosis has taken a lot of people to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's the truth, and I don't know how you ever get them out of there. They are so invested psychologically in hating Trump. They just hate Trump, and all the things that got them to the position of this vitriol and vile hatred has been disproven. They still don't want to let go of the hate. Now, what's that all about?
They're so hateful. I work with a ton of them. They're just, I don't know. I don't understand it. I think they don't have God in their life. That's my thoughts.
Oh, absolutely not. Except when they want to make self-righteous comments about Trump.
Right.
And when they can kick him around what they think is moral and immoral. And when their side does it, there isn't a peep from them.
Philo just said that Rubio is up.
Yeah, Rubio's going to win. I mean, I think we're going to sweep it in Florida, and that is because of the task force and I said in a month ago, I guess, live stream, I don't remember with mine or somebody else, that DeSantis is a template. He's making a template for other states to follow about a lot of stuff, about this underage trans stuff, about voting, about a lot of things. It's going to get instituted in a lot of states. And that brings me back. I know I'm already in an hour, and I've been going on about this, but I tell you, Mr. T, when I was listening to his rally in Ohio, he mentioned in very strong terms about what's in the Constitution about speedy trials, but he calls them quick
trials.
Quick trial, yeah. And that's in the Constitution, speedy trials. But anyway, he got very descriptive. And did you catch that where he
did with the bullet in the head?
No, that they send the bullet to the family member.
Yep.
In China.
Yep.
Now, he said for drugs and human trafficking.
Yep.
So we know there's so many people in the Hollywood industry and in politics and in law enforcement. Do you remember the one show that got Chris Hansen taken down?
Oh, when they would bust those guys?
Yeah, To Catch a Predator.
Yep, To Catch a Predator, yep.
Am I allowed to say that word? I don't. That was a show on NBC with Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
And it got taken down. And You can pull the video up if they haven't taken down from YouTube. But the show that caused the problems was a local DA was documented communicating, and somebody tipped him off, and he didn't show up for his appointment. But they had so much filth on him that they were coming to get him, and he ended up committing suicide. And his wife sued NBC and won, I don't know what, it was in the millions, a couple $1 million. And that's when NBC said, well, that's enough of this. But I don't think it was because they lost the lawsuit. I think it was because
it was coming out.
That wasn't the first government official. And hey, it's rampant.
And I agree with Trump. That's exactly what should happen.
Oh, speedy trial. See, I don't know what they're going to flag, And I tell you, the reason I brought that crazy guy up in the chats, because I thought to myself, well, I got both my channels going on one channel, Rumble, so I might, whatever, have problems. But one falls like with Z-Man. He got on your show. Mm-hmm. He got on the Diamond Lil show. He started another channel.
I know.
And they took me down. I went on your show. I went on Red Show. They can try to kick us around all they want, but we're just going to keep coming back.
Right.
So,
because we're not sorry, YouTube.
That's right. And everybody in the chats, or everybody that listens to this video, you have a YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Already. You already have a YouTube channel. You don't have to start one. All you need to do is pick a picture like I got pulsing on the screen that you like, or like Nikki has of her dog, and get StreamYard on your phone and start a channel. And if you are watching Z-Man every day, they put a thumb in his eye, invite him on your channel. You don't even have to say anything. You can just have your picture there, or you can ask Z-Man or anybody else that you're a friend with that gets kicked down, and let them do this business. We'll just keep popping up, and it'll be like whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole. So yeah, we keep saying we got to stay on the battlefield, and YouTube is the battlefield.
If people don't feel comfortable talking, they don't have to. They can say, hi, everybody. This is Bubba Morris. Ha ha. I've got Nikki as my guest. Because, Nikki, why don't you tell them what you want to say? And then, Bubba, you can crack a beer and sit there and let her talk on the show if she ever gets taken down. So, am I right or wrong, Nikki?
You're absolutely 100% right.
Everybody in the chats right now could start their own channel tonight. Don't have to use it. But if you stay in touch with people on their backup channels, when they get in a bind, we all stick together and give each other an outlet to get on another program.
Debbie King says that she'd be taken down the first day.
Who's that?
Debbie King.
Oh.
You just got to choose your words right. Well, look at how much I push the limits, you guys. I'm always, I got probably about 5 copyright strikes, not strikes, copyright claims, but whatever. I keep playing music. I don't care.
I get a copyright claim every foggy day.
Right.
That one I did where the masks, they're putting the masks on. I had that video up for 5 minutes. Boom, copyright claim. I said, what?
Yeah.
And I checked it, and it was because of the background music for about 2 minutes in the video. And I'm like, oh, I don't care. Let them. let them put a copyright claim.
Right. What are you going to do? Whatever. Well, how many strikes on your main channel, Mountain Man? 2?
Too many. No, that's in hiatus because it is too.
Yeah, it is too. So they fall off after 90 days? I think one falls off.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
I think I'll be all right around Christmas. So I kind of like this freestyle, where I can get up and just talk,
Well, you know what I'm thinking is hopefully I think what happened with Z-Man is I think he lost his backup channel because he had 2 strikes on the main channel.
Yeah.
And he was using his backup channel, and that's a no-no when you have 2 strikes.
Right. I thought to myself, I've seen other people do it and get away with it. So I didn't want to be a party pooper or if I say something in the chats and the wrong person reads it, so I didn't say anything.
Well,
people have got away with it.
That's why I've been having my mods too, no trigger words in the chat at all. I have them remove it. So just be careful. And more than 3 emojis too will trigger the algorithm. So they've been removing those. I just don't want to bring any light to my channel at all. If I can, stay under the radar, I'd like to.
Yeah. Well,
Bobcat, you got a channel? I didn't know that.
Who's that?
Philo.
Oh, Philo, you got to get. Do you do StreamYard? Philo Bobcat 34 on. That's your channel, Philo.
I can't click on it because I don't have a wrench.
See, right there, we know we got a side door to run through. If we get taken down, we can run over Philo's. Like I said, whack-a-mole there to chase us all over Hell's Half Acre.
I want to know what's going on in the polls. Bye, honey.
See, because you put Z-Man up on your channel and you just said news with Z-Man.
Yeah, I just brought everybody over to me.
Yeah. So when I got that crazy Rumble comment, I thought, oh, brother. And I thought, so what? We got so many people. We got muscle, baby.
Oh, yeah. We sure do.
If people would just open up a little channel with StreamYard, don't have to do a daggone thing with it, or they can, if they want to do where they can post videos and pictures, you can, put up your cat. Like did you see my cat?
Oh, Giggles Props here. Hey, Giggles. She said, hello, everyone. Well, my governor won Tennessee. Bill Lee won. They already called it, Gigs? Hey, listen, if anybody wants to start a channel, I will promote your channel. You guys can drop your link in my chat. I will help you guys build your channel. I'm all about it.
Yeah, but like I say, it's escape hatches. It'll be, instead of the Underground Railroad, it'll be the underground channel system.
Right.
If they put on somebody like Z-Man City bullying people, we all know that's crap. And
we'll build our own underground tunnels.
Yeah. We just network. So, I mean, Z-Man wanted to come on. I put him on my channel, but that's why I say, we could talk on StreamYard on a private, like pre-broadcast, right?
Yeah, you can go backstage. Like when you end the broadcast, if I was still on with you, me and you could go backstage and talk.
Okay. Well, there's a few things that you can pass on Z-Man I'll talk to you about, okay?
Okay.
Because I saw this coming, but I didn't say nothing. And I wish I had.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that was your first mistake.
Well, if I did say something though, it could have caused the problem anyway, and it would have been my fault then.
Yeah. There's also, a private chat in here too. You can put things in.
Yeah, I'm not as adept at that. I'm like I say, I get on there sometimes. I put Wild West's comment up. I put I mess up things sometimes. I knock myself off broadcast. I when I'm guest.
Here, I'm going to leave something in here for you. That way.
Follow said he went darker making videos after losing the first 20 channels. Yeah, I'm not going through that crap.
See, what I don't like, though, is I was getting ready to make a backup channel, but the thing is, it connects to my main channel. No matter if so I don't know how to get around that. I don't want it connected to my main channel.
Oops. So, okay. I see what you did. Now, what was that you were saying, honey?
I was going to make a backup channel for, just in case, but it wants to connect right to, like, they got all your information. So when you got a channel and you make a backup channel, it connects right to your backup channel. I mean, to your main channel. It's all put together. It's nothing separate. I don't like
that's GOOGLE.
Yep.
That is, and I didn't want to get into that too deep because I'm so close in the trouble department, but that is the keystone.
Yeah.
That is their everything. Can you imagine the power they have with control over that, what I just said?
Oh, everything's connected.
So if you want to look at posts on a certain letter, just type in DARPA. And you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you're good at talking sideways so you won't get in trouble, that would be a good topic to go over. DARPA.
Okay.
Somebody tried stealing your home. Follow. I'm trying to.
Oh, good night, Bobcat.
So is Gig still here?
Yes, she is. She says, hey, when Bill Lee said no to the mandating for school age, those things they put up here in the shoulder for the, he had my vote, she said.
Yep. Yep. That's all you need to know right there. And if you go around them or see them at any time and they're campaigning wearing one of the things on their faces, they're out.
I seen there was probably 4. There must have been about 75 people in line when my husband and I got to the polls tonight. And there was probably 4 people in there with those things on their face. And I thought, we looked at each other and said, well, I think they're voting for Whitmer.
Yeah, but you see, there's your percentage right there.
Yeah.
75 to 4, but give them a little slack that there are some people that aren't that stupid. It's 70 to 9. I think that would be accurate vote count.
I'm just dying to see what's going to happen tonight.
Well, Biden got up and said that it's going to take weeks, and for people that have been dealing with elections or been knowledgeable of how they work since the 70s, we know, for me anyway, well, actually Hubert Humphrey and Nixon, and then you get into, that's when, what was his name? Got shot. His name was George. Oh, there were a lot of assassinations around that time. Anyway, he was out of Alabama. He was running for president. But anyway, we know that's baloney about this week to count. Because back then they didn't have all this high-tech stuff.
Right.
Now we got all this high-tech stuff and everybody, oh gosh, it's really complicated.
My grandma used to be a poll counter. She loved it, back in the day.
Yeah, well, people got to get involved, and that's what Mr. T was saying. People got to get where they get in those offices and see what's going on. I was doing business in one county, and the registrar in that county was a arrogant, big mouth woman that darn good and well. She voted for Hussein twice. Right. And I wouldn't trust her with my vote. And she was a registrar. She was in charge of it all.
Oh, God.
And that ain't the only one in this United States. I can tell you that's hundreds of them. George Wallace. That's exactly right, John. I remember when he got shot. He was laying there, and people standing over top of him. I saw it live when George Wallace got shot. But anyway, when you've been dealing with or knowing about elections, I didn't vote in those elections, but when you know how they work, we all knew what happened after dinner. Watching Walter Cronkite, you know who won what, when. So, by 8, 9 o'clock. It was just like 2016. I knew at 9 o'clock Mr. T won, but they drugged that crap out until 3 o'clock in the freaking morning.
It's a shame.
And I knew he won, and Trump knew he won. But the coordinated messaging system we have that's called news drug it out. And that was prepping us for this kind of stuff. Yeah. You get 20-year-olds that don't know their ass from third base. They say, well, they repeat all the reasons why it should be 3 weeks to count votes. And they're idiots. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. But that's why communists love to get the young people against the old people, because they can't learn. Oh, Red went on live 23 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was going to tell you that.
But anyway, has anybody else got any other news that's popped up? Because this Nancy going to Egypt was. Oh, I tell you what, I was watching Right Side Broadcasting when Trump was doing his rally.
Mm-hmm.
They had a split screen. They had people outside.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, they had people dressed up in outfits and all kinds of stuff. Did you notice the osprey flying around out there?
The what?
Osprey.
No.
I should have wrote down the time, the hour and minute mark in the video where I saw it. Osprey is one of those planes that has propellers in the front, but they can rotate the motor and it takes off like a helicopter. The props twist to where they're above the plane spinning instead of in front of the plane. So the motors will rotate and the plane turns into a helicopter with twin blades, raises the Osprey up, and then while it's in the air, they rotate the motors down so the blades are in front of the plane and pull it forward. Have you seen those, Nikki?
Yeah, I have, but what do you think it was doing there?
It was flying where people were pointing at it and cheering, waving, and it was pretty low to the ground. But I thought that was not only cool, but that reminded me, as I've talked about in the past, of Steve Motley, who did a video that it was his first and only, I think, viral video. He got almost over 1 million views where he reported on ospreys flying into Langley shortly after Mr. T was sworn in. And he said the Marines had landed in Langley and they rattled their cages there at CIA headquarters on the orders of the president. And people debunked it and all this stuff. But I saw videos people had taken of ospreys flying one after the other. I think it was, I don't know, over a dozen going in Langley. And he was right. That did happen. So that made me think of that incident when I saw that osprey flying outside of the Ohio Trump rally last night before last? Or last night, yeah. Last night's Ohio rally. He had osprey out there.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, all right, Mount Man. I'm going to jump down. I appreciate you having me up. I am going to go live, though, in a little bit.
Yeah, I made a bunch of notes to talk about stuff. Did you notice he called Pence a good man?
Trump did?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yep. But I took some notes. I'll go over them on another live stream. But the main point, I know I've been sitting here and I haven't really talked about anything substance, but small talk. But the main thing is for people not to be upset, not to feel nauseous or lose sleep. This is a very exciting time in history. We've got intelligent and resourceful people with the best resources in the history of the world at their fingertips. Good people are taking oaths to protect us, and they don't want the life that the left is offering for civilization. And they will do what they swore to do. That's what everybody needs to think about instead of being upset and worried all the time.
I just wonder how long it's going to take to get there.
Well, I started to tell the story about Christ, asking for the cup to pass over him, and I didn't finish it. It's one of the things when you get on when there's 6, 7, 8 people in chats, you'll get talked over. It's the nature of a lot of people in the chats.
Right.
I didn't say anything. I'll address that particular situation about Christ because I want people to focus on what has happened in the Bible and how it applies, because this is biblical.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and people look to a lot of different things, and they don't look to the stories in the Bible that teach us.
Right.
And help us to get through these biblical times. So I'll discuss that in a further chat. Remember a long time ago, I said that it was very important when Christ looked at Mary, and the last things he said to Mary was, woman, behold your son. And everything Christ said had power. Everything Christ said had meaning, things that apply to us today. And I'll get into that too at another time. So we've got a whole lot of opportunities to have wonderful discussions, comforting discussions that help us all grow and learn the way that the good book wants us to. And that's why I do say on my programs, about things that I don't agree with and I don't think people should turn to because it is not in comportment with the word. And the only place you'll get comfort is from the word, nobody else.
That's right.
So I'm going to finish up, and I appreciate you all. And like, share, subscribe. I don't have any chats to type that out for me, Nikki, but I know a couple of people have, and I appreciate that.
I typed it earlier.
Hey, you know what I should have done? We had that great live stream they took down.
What?
I was on Liberty Warrior one time, and a button appeared. It was one of the first times I was on StreamYard, and a button appeared at the top, and it said push to push. Somehow it put the video on my channel too.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought I was supposed to push it and pushed it. And it recorded the video.
Oh.
On my channel. That
yeah.
was my
When
that
you
was
set up StreamYard before you come in, you can hit to record it.
I should have done that.
Yeah.
Where it came on my channel, then it would have gone straight to Rumble. Because I tell you what, we had a good talk that night.
Oh my gosh, it was awesome.
Yeah. And maybe there will be some kind of legislation or some kind of court order to restore, because it is our creation. It is our intellectual property.
Right.
Nikki, that your thoughts?
They stole it. They stole my video.
Your verbalizations of your thoughts are your intellectual property. My responses are my intellectual property. That was a body of work by both of us.
Yes.
Just like what I talked about 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. That's part of a body of my work, of my intellectual and theological thoughts on our life and what I want to communicate to all our friends in the chats and anybody who may tune in the future. So maybe there'll be some kind of order for them to release that back to us.
I hope so. I look forward to the day that we can just talk. I mean, I should be able to say whatever I want to say. It's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I got to do my video on I met a 100-year-old woman. And I did. And Aaron was in comments one time. He mentioned how he enjoyed learning from sitting around a campfire and talking with older friends and family members. And there's so much to learn. And like I say, that is one of the first strategies of communists happened in China under Mao. It happened in Germany under the Nazis. Crowd, the National Socialists, the first thing they do is turn the youth against their elders. And what is in the 10 Commandments? Honor their father and their mother. So it's anti-Bible, all the way across. And we got to alert people to that, especially these young people, like that person who didn't sound very young, because if you put 1976, probably his birthday, the one who puked out all that stuff about Trump. But still, the more we talk, the more chance somebody will listen if we talk sense. And that's why I have an aversion to the things that I've discussed in the past, and I'm sure I'll discuss in the future. And if I step on some toes, okay.
I think it's okay to step on toes once in a while.
Yeah. Well, I said, isn't it true? We were told people who speak of the word, support the word, will be rejected, will be mocked, will be, as Christ, they described when Christ was being beaten through the streets, they made mouths at him, the making of mouths. That's there. And the Pharisees thought they were walking with God. They thought they were in the right. They had hardened their hearts against Christ. They thought they praised God. They prayed to God every day. They told everyone else how righteous they were. They told everybody how they walk with the Lord. They nailed Christ on the cross. They stood at the foot of the cross, and they still had hardened their hearts. And after Christ died, rose, he walked this earth and preached his word. Even after all that, they still felt they were right with God. And they weren't. And that's the way I view people who do things against the word, but then claim to have the power and the protection of the word. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I sometimes I stay quiet, and that sometimes I might not. So anyway, all right.
Okay, Mountain Man. Well, thanks for having me up here.
All right. Well, I'm going to tune out too. We'll say good night to everybody together. Y'all have a good night. And Wild West, I'm going to put that up there. Read John 17:2. And we will do that. And you all have a great night.
God bless everybody. And I might go live. It might not be for about an hour, but
we'll keep it
live. So come join me, Mountain Man. If you want to join, you're more than welcome.
Well, if this old man's still awake, I might do that.
Okay, honey. Well, thank you again for having me.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great night. And keep an eye on my main channel because that's where I'll be letting people know when I go live. My main channel, if you all are new to this whole setup, it is Mountain Man Says or Mountain Man Speaks. Okay?
Mountain Man, did you get what I left you in private?
Yes, I did, sweetheart.
Okay, honey. I'll see you later, okay?
All righty.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Have a great evening.
You too.
Everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and like, share, and subscribe.